Welcome to the Rugs to Riches show. Grab a drink and get comfortable. The live show is about to start.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Did you notice AG Crypto cannot be with us today? He had a funeral to attend. So we have a new guest that has not been with us before, Peter, the crypto arborist. Welcome to the show.
What's going on?
Welcome everybody that's been so patient in the chat waiting for us. I launched a little early the chat, and so everybody was asking where we're at. But Peter, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, man. It's an honor to be here.
So just to let everybody know, I'm in a hotel in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm at a baseball tournament with my oldest son. So it seems very sketchy on my side. So if you guys can't hear me or I freeze or something, we're going to try to make the best of it and just get to it. So Peter, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been in crypto, how did you find us, the Defi-IRA community? And then I'll kind of do just a basic nutshell version of IRA for your fans.
Yeah, man. So I've been in cryptocurrency since 2020. Started with the whole Coinbase, went through the gauntlet of BlockFi, Celsius, all that crap. And then a friend of mine one day told me about MetaMask, dug into that, got it on the PC. Thank you.
No MetaMask. We're not a proponent of MetaMask on this show.
Right. And now I use Rabby on there. So that's it's been a pretty flawless experience. Found you guys through social media and on Telegram, and heard about your project and some different parts of it. Made it very fascinating. Really like the fact that it's on Base. That's cheap transactions. So yeah, I'm here. I'm in IRA and Velocity, and I'll tell you, normally you would see a big sale on a chart and go, oh no, and I'll tell you, the token is working just like the project's working just the way it's supposed to, and my wallet has appreciated it. As a matter of fact, I'm about to put another DCA into it while we're talking tonight. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate that. Actually, it's funny because the title of our show here is new all-time high. So yesterday when I scheduled this, we had just printed a new all-time high, and then this morning, about 14 hours ago, we had a rather large sell. They actually cost themselves a lot of money, which is great for us, So
right.
We had somebody dumped 3.4 million tokens, which at the time of them dumping it would have been about $34,000. They walked away with 27, so they lost a significant portion of their tokens to slippage, which is great for the protocol. It's great for the holders. It's great for people that have been waiting for a dip. So in a nutshell, because I know some of your viewers, we are cross promoting today. So we're on Peter's channel on YouTube and on his channel on X. So real quick, I know that our community members are familiar, but what Defi-IRA is we're started as kind of like a self-directed 401k or self-directed retirement account if you're not in the United States. And what we wanted was something for our kids. Me and AG Crypto have two kids that are starting to come into the space where they're going to be working. And when my oldest was asking me about filling out his 1040 and things like that, and asking me about 401k, I kind of steered him away from a traditional government-backed 401k, if you will, or a company-backed 401k. Nage and I wanted something that we could do for our friends and family to where they can DCA. They don't have to come in and drop, $100,000 into the token to try to make something. We really wanted something that a community would, get into the habit of DCAing, whether it's weekly, monthly, bi-weekly. We have some people that DCA daily. That's completely up to you. But if we can get the community to treat it like I'm going to put in quotation marks a retirement account, and they just DCA small amounts, and they just get used to doing that every single week, we all win. Like you said, that big dump. Normally, I think a lot of crypto tokens have whale games where somebody that owns a lot of tokens, the 3.4 million tokens is about 1.5% of our supply.
Right.
So there was somebody that did have a large interest in our protocol, but they just started in March. So they started DCAing in March, and when I went back and analyzed their buying patterns, they bought 18 times, about basically $1,000 at a time. They had a couple in there that were 2,000 or 3,000. But the long and short, over the span of, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 months, they put $21,000 into our protocol, and they only walked with 27. So it wasn't like, I know the big giant red candle looked crazy this morning, but when you talk about numbers, it really wasn't that bad. I know it looks bad, but it really wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing that was really fascinating about this project. There's the fads these days are, well, what's the referral code and all this other stuff for projects, yada yada. But on this, it really has a teamwork aspect built into it, to where with the buy and sell tax, how everybody benefits from it. It's hey, we're all in the same boat, running in the same direction. So I mean, when you DCA, you're really helping everybody else, and it's all running in the same positive direction. And that stood out very quickly on this to me.
Yeah, and we had that large, and I was going to get back to well games. We had that large sell-off. A lot of times what whales will do in tokens is they'll sell to try to cause fear in new buyers. Right. And so they dump, and then some new buyers will dump after them, and then they'll try to buy underneath them to increase their stack. Well, we implemented something about 6 weeks ago. Let me see the math. Yeah, about 6 weeks ago, we launched an LP net. So one of our partners, we partnered with Skull, and they're the first protocol that really has been implementing what we're calling an LP net. And what that is we now have about 25 different LP pools that IRA is in. So when that person
is fascinating.
Yeah. So when that person sold all of their tokens, and again, if they're watching, I hope everything's okay. We're not mad at you. We don't care if people buy. We don't care if people sell. We have a treasury that buys every single day, right? So me holding my tokens, I know that in 5 years, the price is going to be higher because the treasury is buying every single day, right? And so with the person, when they dump the price 40%, and with one button click, bang, our price dropped 40%. I went back and looked at the buys within 13 seconds of him selling or her selling. I'm not trying to, 2025, it could be a hit, him or her. Within 13 seconds of the holder selling, our arbitrage bots bought $8,000 worth of IRA out of the pool.
That is amazing. And for my people on my side, that what your bots bought up, it went where?
It went to the other LPs. So we have our main LP is ETH IRA, and that has about $200,000 into it. But we also have like 24 other LPs that have over $100,000 in it as well. We have BTC, we have I believe Chainlink, we have several XRP, Solana, we have several ETH, we have several BTC. So we're on 4 different exchanges now, dexes, not central exchanges, 4 different dexes. And we have 4 different ETH LPs, we have 4 different BTC LPs. And so what happens is the bots, when there's a price discrepancy. So what happened was our ETH LP shot way down, right? So this BTC LP, there was a big gap in between them. So the very first bot actually bought 0.34 ETH worth of IRA to stick into this LP, which lowered this LP down. And then what they did is they kind of until all of our LPs were even. So that person sold, they dumped $34,000 worth of IRA, They only netted 27 because of the slippage. And then our bots immediately within 10 seconds had bought $8,000. And then over the course of the next minute, they bought even more. I think we're at like $70,000 in volume today from basically the one selling and the community members coming in and buying up as well.
Interesting. Yeah,
So,
this I'll tell you, in the velocity token, just seeing how all this works together. And again, what is so fascinating is the buy and sell tax, how it's just whenever there's a sale, how it just keeps everything rowing in the right direction and everybody's pedaling together. That's really, really good to see that.
yeah. And so those people that don't know, we launched a second support token into the Defi-IRA protocol called Velocity. We're not going to go into details about what Velocity is. You need to go to our main Telegram and get all those details. AG will be back next week. I can't turn up my mic. I'm in a hotel.
Oh, is
AG.
he fussing at you? I was wondering if he was fussing either you or me.
So we sound. What's up, CC man? Welcome everybody else. I know I didn't welcome. Let me go welcome everybody. I'm not usually AG's kind of our host. I'm kind of the color commentator. Collective group, welcome. 13 Anti-Hero, welcome. Adam, welcome. KR, welcome. Flyer, welcome. Aaron, welcome. Mr. Big, welcome. Mr. Big, I think, is one of your guys. He said first.
Oh, yeah.
Crypto Flyer, Crypto Mikey, welcome. AG, welcome. CC Man, welcome.
Commentator or entertainment. That's funny.
Yeah. AG, we're not going to talk about it. We talked about this last week. You're not here. You want to talk about Velocity? You should have been on the show. We're going to talk about it next week when you're on the show.
Well, there you go.
It's not a secret. You can find it. Go to Dex Tools, type in Velocity. You'll find it.
That's actually what I just DCA'd into.
Yeah. So Velocity, long and short, Velocity is kind of a support token for the IRA protocol. It'll put buy pressure on IRA. So whether you're in Velocity or you're in IRA, you're in a good place. So, hey, listen, you can't run the show in the chat.
By the way,
Sorry,
on our side, we really appreciate you keeping the Defi-IRA topic updated in our Telegram. I've received several inbox messages that are really appreciating that information.
Well, we appreciate you guys, and hopefully, maybe we can do an AMA in your Telegram forum for you. I know that you and I are going to do an actually recorded AMA this week sometime, so we've got to be prepared for that as well.
That would be outstanding.
Rec to riches. We have another R2R. I like it.
Oh, Thomas G's in the house, man. Thomas G, let me tell you, man. This is one, man, where you can risk it for the biscuit. So but this is really, really good. Crypto KR, I don't have a project, man. I just get in projects that are on a roll and doing good, man. That's why I'm here hanging out in the Defi-IRA house.
He's going to be a Defi-IRA spokesperson. That's what's going to happen.
That's right.
So yeah, thank you, Adam. We try to be transparent, right? That's the biggest thing that we found in crypto. When we were in other protocols, when people try to talk to the devs and the devs just shit all over them, or they're just nasty because they can be or whatever. That's not what we want. We want a family environment. We wanted to create something that you're not worried about, telling your people at Thanksgiving, right? You're not worried about, we had a 40% drop and nobody sold. Nobody else in the community sold. What other project do you have a 40% drop when you wake up and they're like, man, let me buy? So that's the, value capture. That's kind of the things that we talk about. So real quick, the basic nutshell of Defi-IRA, we have a 4% buy-sell transfer tax. And 100% of those fees goes back to supporting the holders, because you have 65% of those fees collected are used for dividends, or 60%, 60% are used for dividends. 35% is used for building liquidity, and that liquidity is actually lock and burn liquidity on the Ethereum pair. And then 5% is burn. So as people buy, sell, and transfer the tokens, 5% of the fees collected get burned. So we are deflationary. We started at 222 million. We're down under 219 million. So if you buy, and then how dividends work is if you take the number of tokens you hold divided by that 219 million, basically, that gives you that percentage, 0.00 whatever. All the rewards we collect, that's your percentage of the rewards you get. So when we send out dividends, if we send out $1,000 worth of dividends, whatever your percentage is, 0.001 or 0.1 or 1%, you get 1% of all the rewards created.
Is there a way to see our position in the pool? Is that a thing right now?
The easiest way is to take your tokens, whatever your number, your bag number is. Let's say it's 100,000, and then divide it by that. I think it's 219.9. I think was the last time I saw it. Million.
Okay.
And then multiply by 100, and that'll give you a percentage.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, with this being on base and the transactions being so cheap, it is absolutely wonderful to DCA into this. So cheap.
Yeah. And so you'll actually notice too, the dividends that come back to you are in ETH. So if you have your base ETH turned on, you'll start seeing little pieces of ETH pop into your thing. And it comes from the last three is BB4. So that's our contract. So if you open up your ETH, and you look at your receive, it'll be 0.0000 whatever of ETH. That's from the contract. And the contract is constantly like, I think I did the math today. We're already at like $2,000 of fees collected. So of that, 60% went out to all the holders.
So those fees, those fees that get paid out, so they come, just to repeat it because people are new, they come from where?
So they come from the transactions. Okay. So when you're buying on Uniswap, you probably see a little warning that says there's a 4.5% impact on this buy. Okay, so what that impact is, 4% of that is our fees that the protocol collects. 0.3% of those fees is what Uniswap collects. So 4.3% of the price impact are fees that are getting distributed. Now, out of that 4.3%, we actually get 4.25% of the fees. 4% is the protocol fees. The 0.25% is because we own the liquidity pool. And so that automatically builds more liquidity.
You know, I'm going to tell you what's so refreshing about this protocol is you buy it and it just, Mr. Big, I'm going to answer this. What's so fascinating about this is you think, okay, I've got it. Now, where do I park it? What do I do with it? And all you do is you just hold it. And the way the tokenomics are set up, when everybody's either DCing or whatever they're doing, you benefit from that. And that is what is just so compelling about this, is the simplicity of it.
Yeah, so you don't have to do anything. You don't have to stake it. You just buy it, and you just see it. And then you might, depending on what wallet you're using, you might see something else that's called a dividend tracker that would be the same exact number as the tokens you own. And that's what the contract puts in your wallet so that it knows where it has to send dividends to.
Cool tattoo, by the way.
I'm sorry?
Cool tattoo, by the way.
Oh, actually, that's another thing. Adam, the high as a draft ass, this guy, when we hit 4.2 million market cap, he's getting a DeFi-IRA tattoo.
What?
So I'm gonna fly. Yeah, so I'm gonna fly up. I'm gonna fly up to Minnesota, Michigan. It's an M. Minnesota. I'm pretty sure it's Minnesota. So I'm gonna fly up there with him and get a DeFi-IRA tattoo with him as well.
What size market cap?
4.2 million.
Okay.
So we're a little shy of halfway. So
yeah. Okay. So now we got goals, guys. We gotta pump this bad boy up.
That's right. Maybe we could do
team building. Yes.
So one thing to note, Mr. Big, is you do need at least 5,000 IRA to get dividends. So I'm not sure 100 that you should have gotten at least 5,000. But yeah, you must have at least 5,000 IRA to get dividends. And then again, remember, you might not see dividends for a little while because the smaller the amount that you hold, your dividends have to build up to justify us spending, a penny of gas to send to you. But our contract does batch sending. So you'll see
it once every 24 hours or something.
No, nope, it does as soon as the contract collects enough IRA that it sells and then distributes the thing. So it does it as soon as it, like right today, it probably did it every hour until it caught up. So if you look today, you probably got several.
I still go back to this protocol is so simple, it's hard at first to comprehend. Because again, I'm telling you, the first time I bought them, like, all right, what do I do? And it took a little while to go, you don't have to do anything. You just hang out with it.
And the cool thing about that too is, right, all these problems, like you mentioned Celsius, right? So you got hit by Celsius and so did I. So it's one of those things, if it's not your keys, it's not your tokens, right? So we didn't build a staking contract, so you don't have to send your tokens to us, right?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, a lot of people are like, hey, can I use my tokens to add liquidity? Yeah, you can, but you just have to realize that you're going to pay 4% to move them to the liquidity pool, right? And when you move them from your wallet to the liquidity pool, now you don't get your dividends.
Right. Okay.
And then when you move them back from the liquidity, you're going to pay 4% as well. So you're going to pay 8% to create a liquidity pool position. And then you will get a portion of those, but I mean, I don't know how many tokens you own, but if you're not competing with the treasury that owns 100% of the current LP, it's going to be very small. So, but the other
my first goal is I've got one of those big bad Bitness loops that's about to come out. So, yeah, Mr. Big, you need to buy more, sir. Buy more.
So, and that the other thing, Mr. Big. So, one thing that people say too, because right now, just from holding the IRA tokens, we're running between 5 and 6% APR. So we are 1 month. We're 28 days from our 1 year anniversary. We launched August 5th last year. So
wow.
the people that have been holding all that time, they're averaging 5 or 6%. Actually, the first week. So the first 3 days, we actually went up to $1 million protocol, $1 million market cap in 3 days. All right. And then we crashed out at 250,000. So in those first 5 days, we created, I forgot what it was, but it was like 30% APR. So if you bought in day one and just held those first 5 days, you're already at a 30% APR on the money.
Wow.
It was crazy. Yeah.
I'm jealous.
But the cool thing is because of that, we proved our concept. Right. A lot of times you create something and you have to wait, 6 months to make sure that everything is this and that. Well, the first 3 days, everything went bananas. 2 days after that, everything was crashing. But all the rewards came in and everybody could see that. So we're like proof of concept, And then I mentioned the treasury. So what makes this a little unique is, so that's the contract. The IRA contract is 4% buy, sell, transfer, period. It's the one that sends out dividends and stuff like that. And that's it. That's all it does. That's the contract in a nutshell. Okay. On top of that, the protocol itself owns a dedicated treasury. And we actually started that treasury 6 months before we launched the token. So the team put money into the treasury. We bought a bunch of assets that create yield, and it started building upon itself.
So you set up external revenue too.
Yes, it's all external.
Interesting.
To the protocol. Yeah. So like we were in TPC when it crashed. We were in PFX when it crashed. We didn't really jump. The protocol itself didn't really jump into Bitness very much. We went in. I think we did a $1,700.
You see that, guys? Look at that pose he just struck. I can talk about him while he's froze. We'll wait. All right, now's the time. I think he's coming back. Let's see. Well, guys, welcome to Defi-IRA, where the now you got me. What's going on, guys? We're gonna let's see. Did it give me the keys to it? I don't know. Let's see if he joins back in the show. You got, let's see. This is interesting. Let's see if this will let me share my screen. Nope. Got to wait for him. So, yes, it is my inaugural show. So what questions do you guys have? Hey, by the way, while he is figuring it out, don't forget to head over to my YouTube channel and like and subscribe. I did, by the way. So while he was talking earlier, I did DCA a little bit more into VDT token, and I'll tell you guys, I want you to really think about this. This is so funny. So this protocol is so simple, it's hard. I can post a link, but it's on my YouTube side. It will not let me post it on the on the on the YouTube side that you guys are watching. Let me let's see if I can do it this way. Let's see. Just search up when you go into YouTube, search up the crypto arborist. Let's see. Yeah, we'll keep this going. We'll wait for him. Tattoos in Florida, such an interesting concept. Hey, AG Crypto. Now we can talk about him while we wait for him to get back online. Let's see here. All right. So I DCA'd into it. Let's see here, you guys. So yeah, this morning there was a big dip on Defi-IRA. What kind of plants do I grow? I'm actually an urban forester for a big city here in Alabama. I take care of all the trees. My story, I started in crypto back in 2020 and journeyed out into the wallet world and all that for a couple of years. Got stuck in BlockFi, Celsius, even did the whole FTX thing. Snuck out of there by the hair of my chinny chin chin. And he does need a new computer. I don't know why it froze up, but that's okay. I told him he needed a blue screen too, like this, because he just needs it. It's okay. This is going to be a fun video for him to go back and watch. I'm also commenting in the Defi-IRA Telegram right now. But so I've been in DeFi since July of last year. Been in Mint Stake Share, been in Book of Binance and some others. But just branching out, no pun intended, bad dad joke. Getting into Defi-IRA and going to cover some more. So yeah, we're going to do an AMA on my YouTube channel talking about Defi-IRA and the Velocity token. And then yeah, we're going to cover some other stuff. Tell me, guys, tell me in the comments about the NFTs that DeFi. I never had a chance to ask him because he struck the pose. Hey, AG Crypto, you guys sell a an NFT, right? Let me look on your site and see. Fun fact: Ric Flair was born in Minnesota. Interesting. NFT. Oh, do they really? They give monthly rewards? So I see we have some new people joining. So welcome to the Crypto Arborist Defi-IRA show. I have hijacked the Defi-IRA channel, and you guys are just gonna have to keep watching to figure out what's going on, because I'm a guest on the show, and the host is he's trying to get back into the show. Good. He should be able to. All right, so Aaron L says, for the NFT, you have to buy a ticket for, I think, 100,000 IRA tokens. The NFT itself is either 1,000 or 3,000, depending on which one. Interesting. I'll build into it. Oh, okay. So there's a silver or gold series. Interesting. Do you guys have one? Let me know. Oh, cool. We're getting some more DeFi IRA buys. Good. Yeah. That 4% buy, sell, and transfer, that's too darn sweet. Because that means anybody's TCAing into it, share that fee, selling it or transferring it. That is too darn sweet. Makes a lot of sense too. Let's see. Yeah, we're clawing our way back up from that big sell this morning. That candle's ugly, but when you understand how it works with the 4% fee, that's pretty darn sweet. It looked good in my wallet this morning. I was not complaining. It will definitely claw its way right back up. So you might have heard from Chris. Is he coming back? Still trying to get back into the show. He just shot me a text. Let's see. Let's text him. The party is still going. So I wish I could share my screen with you guys. So Aaron, your comment's getting all the limelight right now. Here we go.
What's going on?
What's up, man?
I was enjoying the stream, and I figured, man, I gotta jump in here. Chris is, not holding up to his end of the deal. He's supposed to hold the fort down, and over here he's taking a break. I thought you were showing us the size of your wiener when you froze like that.
Well,
my.
I was like, oh yeah, that's about right. About that big.
That's before it gets hard.
Oh, okay.
I'm a grower, not a shower. Well, thanks for holding it down. Look at you, AG. Did you tell everybody about Velocity while I was gone?
No, I just
he literally just popped in. When you disappeared, I was like, all right, everybody, welcome to the Crypto Arborist DeFi IRA show.
Yeah, right. Oh my goodness. Like I had to reset my computer. I had to do all kinds of shit. So
hey guys, don't tell him what we talked about while he was gone.
It's okay. I actually because I had to reset everything, it finally allowed me to get access to the goddamn hotel Wi-Fi. So now I'm crystal clear. I shouldn't have any more problems. I was on my damn phone hotspot the whole time.
AG, look,
Yeah, he's
hey,
about
we got worried, man. You just froze again for a second there.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm in a rural country town, and I got better service than you.
It's because you're on an iPhone.
Yeah, I got the iPhone and it works good.
This is
Yeah.
good, man. We've been getting buys during the show, so that's really good.
I wanted to mention something, and then I'll hop off so I can finish watching the show on this side of the screen. But the nest egg is the name of the treasury that we have,
Yeah.
and it is the key to the success of IRA. So we've put $50,000 into the nest egg starting it off, and that was invested in outside revenue sources. And the money that comes in from that, we take that money and buy more IRA tokens off the chart. Now, because the nest egg owns the majority share of IRA tokens already, it's considered a holder, so it's getting rewards. So it's getting airdropped ETH from the buy, sell, and transfer tax.
Right.
We take that ETH and we buy more IRA with it. So it's like a self-sustaining loop, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. So not only are we getting outside revenue, but we're taking the revenue that it gets airdropped, and instead of using that to pay bills or whatever, it's just getting funneled right back in buying more, and which causes more transactions because putting more, buying more stuff, which makes more dividends pushed out. It's a genius concept. I don't want to toot our horn that much, but it just works. And I'm so excited to have you on the show to learn more about it.
Yeah, man. This is basically a beefed up ATM with a piggy bank installed that makes money elsewhere. It's I was telling Chris that it's literally so simple. It's hard to realize at first how it works, but once it clicks with you, it's like, hey, wait a minute. If I just DCA every week and everybody else does too, we all earn the fees off of everybody else's transactions, so we all grow together. No pun intended from the crypto arborist.
And another factor that we designed this in a way where if we weren't on a YouTube channel, we wouldn't have access to marketing or anything like that. So we wanted something that would grow over time without needing anybody else to be involved. Like if you bought Shiba Inu or something like that, the reason the price went up on that is because of the hype and people bought it. Literally, if everyone stops buying right now, if we have no more new investors, the price will still continue to go up because the nest egg is constantly buying and recycling. And now that we have the LP net, those arbitrage bots are constantly, making the price level, and that's causing transactions, which puts more ETH into the nest egg, which then goes and buys more. So literally, we could have no more buyers, and the price will still be heading up higher.
Yeah,
that's absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think one of the big fears of joining a new, especially because our chart, when you just show somebody, they're like, oh, well, it's at the top. I don't want to buy. It's at the top, right? So they have that fear of being the buyer of last resort and being exit liquidity for whoever. But nobody's ever the last buyer because the nest egg is always the last buyer. So like AG was saying, if nobody else, if we have no new buyers, if the community itself doesn't buy any more IRA, the treasury will still buy until there's no more IRA. Mm-hmm. And if you're just holding, you're going to get the transactions. Now, granted, the volume is going to go way down if nobody else is buying stuff like that.
Is that an actual bot?
No. Well, we have the
yes and no. So
yeah.
Originally it started off with us manually going in there and buying,
Right.
and then we built a bot, and it buys every 6 hours automatically. And then we paused that for some basically some maintenance we got to do on it.
Right.
But yeah, it's good right now. It's manual from Goldman, but yeah, we have a bot that buys. It's set every 6 hours. It's just going under some maintenance at the moment, but eventually it'll be automatic.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Just the tokenomics, once they click with you, that's really cool too. Because there's people coming in from my channel. Some of these people, it's already clicked with them, and I mean, the when I first bought, I only bought a little bit just to get the hang of it, and there was it didn't take very long at all for ETH to show up, and I'm like, oh, I like this.
Yeah. And the bigger we get, the more. So right now our biggest pool is Ethereum, but eventually it's going to be Ethereum, it's going to be Bitcoin and XRP and ADA. So if any of those guys, so right now if Ethereum doubles, it's going to double our price automatically. But now that we're slowly funneling in and building up a bigger LP on, let's say, Solana, if that triples, that's also going to bring up our price. So the bigger our pools are with blue chip tokens, the more runway we have to get to the moon.
Are all the tokens released, or are any still locked up?
They're all released. Yep.
That is freaking amazing.
And we're also buying utilities too, or we're creating utilities too, like the raffle, right? So the raffle, it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It's hard to manipulate sometimes. It's hard to get tickets. Sometimes you have to clear your cash and stuff like that. However, that raffle is automatic. So every 30 tickets that buys, it automatically does what it's supposed to do. It sends the winner their IRA. It sends the rest of the IRA to the nest egg, right? And that's it. And then it starts over. I think we're in round 19 or 20. So we've had, 19 or 20 rounds of automatic, right? A ticket is $10. It doesn't matter if the IRA's way up or way down. It's still always $10, right?
Wow.
And then again, every 30 tickets, it automatically distributes. So the winner gets roughly $250. It depends on how long that raffle takes, because again, we just had a big drop. So when people were buying $10, it was only 1,000 IRA. Well, to buy a raffle ticket now, it's probably 1,200 IRA.
Hey guys, watching on the channel, I'm sure if y'all are curious, there's the raffle link right there. Yeah. Could y'all highlight that? Highlight it for a second. There we go.
That's the raffle. Yeah. So it seems like there's 18 tickets left, and we're in 20 rounds. So we've already had 19 rounds completed, right? And so if you want more chances to win, buy more tickets, right? So we had somebody that won 5 in a row or 6 in a row because they bought 15 tickets, so they had 50% chance.
So guys, if you're just tuning in, I saw some of y'all just popped in. This is Defi-IRA. This is a big red candle that is your best friend in the crypto space, because this project has a 4% buy, 4% sell, and 4% transfer tax. This person who sold literally gave all the holders back 4% of what they were selling it for and shared it in a pool. So if you want to get in something that is so simple, you literally just buy it and hold it and collect fees. And by the way, what's really cool is you don't have to go anywhere to claim it. It just shows up in your wallet. That's the other cool part about it.
Yeah. And if you can zoom out a little bit, there's been a couple of these big dumps like that where someone just offloaded their bag.
Yeah, you can see like right in here. It looks like one right here, here.
It just
a lot of those you're actually looking at, Arborist. That's ETH. So when ETH takes a dump, our chart takes a dump too.
Yeah.
You'll see the big one giant red candle. So if you scroll back, you'll see the next one where we ran way up right there.
There's one.
So that was 3 people. So 3 different people sold. And then, if you scroll back to where we went, all we did was we started marching up because every single day the treasury. And the cool thing, check this out, Arborist. Okay. So because the treasury is buying every single day, right? Yeah. When we first started, when we dumped all the way back to 250,000 market cap, we were buying, I think it was like 40,000, 50,000 IRA a day, right? Every single day, bang, 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 bang. Well, as the price goes up, well, guess what? The amount we buy gets smaller and smaller and smaller. But then when people dump like this, guess what? Today we got almost twice as many tokens, right? I think we got 14,000. We'd been getting 10,000, right? So, and actually, Albert, we haven't even told you phase 2. We're in phase 1 of the protocol. And phase 1 of the protocol is the treasury is buying IRA every single day until it gets to 50 million, right? So it can't do that because there's not actually enough IRA in the system for the treasury to buy. So holders will sell because they get greedy, right? So as we go up the price curve, holders will sell. And all this is, we call it, a redistribution event or whatever you want to call it. Because, people like this took us back to the beginning of June, price level, right? And so you and the people that are in your community weren't even, the Defi-IRA wasn't even on your radar. So now you're actually buying tokens less than when you bought when you came in.
Yeah. And again, that 4% fee is so juicy. That big red candle is called "Give Me the Money."
Yeah. So and again, I did the math. Like I said, when that holder sold, they thought they were going to get $35,000 worth of ETH, but because they dumped it in one action, they only got 27. So they cost themselves $8,000 by selling it all at one time, right? And what that does is that actually saved the protocol. That saved the protocol 3 ETH because they did that, right? So right off the bat, the protocol itself retained, $8,000 that it didn't have to pay out. Those tokens are now back in the system, right, for us to resell. And we resell them, we again collect 4%. Also, our bots, the LP net, again, AG, were you here at the beginning whenever I told you the stats?
Yeah.
Within 13 seconds, the R bots had already bought $8,000 of IRA out of the. So
that's amazing.
It's an anti-well feature. So, whales that have 1 million tokens that think they're going to dump it and then cause panic selling and buy at a lower price, you're not going to do that. You dump our bots immediately. We're already up 20% from the bottom of the sell. We're already back up 20%. So
yeah, we're checking this. I mean, this is great. Look at the buys on for Velocity and Defi-IRA just today. I mean, that's proof in the pudding right there for belief. I mean, that is outstanding.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And next week we'll go into Velocity and how Velocity is going to help IRA. I think our big goal is if we can get the Defi-IRA protocol and the IRA token specifically at like a 10% APR, right?
Yeah.
Where if you're holding your tokens and you're going to get 10% APR over the course of a year, I mean, where else are you going to get that? For just buying an asset and leaving it there, right? You get 10% of your asset every single year, right? And you never have to sell it because we're not giving you, like with Drip. Drip was all great, except they gave you Drip. So when all the big wigs were selling their Drip off, it was causing red candles.
Yeah, my base wallet is now the Magic ETH wallet.
It's the what? I'm sorry?
It's the Magic ETH wallet. It just appears.
Yeah.
Nice. So, and then what we're going to do in phase 2, once the treasury owns 50 million tokens, we're going to shift to phase 2. And what we'll do is we'll create an OTC desk. And instead of buying ETH or buying IRA off the chart, all of that ETH that we were buying will go into the OTC. for the holders to sell into. And so what
Yeah.
we'll do is we'll give a slight discount. Like maybe we'll do a 2% discount if you sell it to the OTC. And what OTC will do is it'll match, like if you sell 1,000 IRA, it'll match it with the 1,000 IRA worth of ETH and then put it in the liquidity pool for you. So you can sell to the protocol, not create a red candle, and create liquidity and save fees.
Yep.
That's what our OTC
You're
does.
still getting those taxes. We're still collecting those taxes on that without printing a red candle. So that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Freaking amazing. Guys, for you that are, I just know some more people popped in. When you go to their page, I put the link in the comment section. Hello back there.
That's my
Who's
mama.
that?
That's
Hello,
my mama.
He's internet famous.
Yes. So guys, up here, they've got their raffle. If you go to the top and click right here, you can connect your wallet and come down here and buy tickets. Let me ask you a question. When I was wanting to buy tickets the other day, how do you select quantity of tickets? Do you have to do individual transactions per raffle ticket?
Yep, you have to buy one at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
We might
then,
update that later. And
yeah,
change
that
it.
would be absolutely great. And then this could be another video, but I'm very interested in the NFTs.
Yeah. So our NFTs, how they work. In the beginning, people were asking how they could buy part of the nest egg. And we didn't want that because we were in a previous protocol. And when people had access to the treasury, that's what hurt the protocol. So we created the NFTs. And what the NFTs are is exactly like the nest egg, except they're their own treasury. So if you buy an NFT, you buy into that treasury, and now you get yield off that treasury. So what happens is all the money that the NFTs have collected, they're invested in yield-bearing assets. And every month, whatever yield was collected, half of it goes to the holders, and half of it buys more assets.
Yeah,
So
we
like
definitely need to cover that in the future. That's very, very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, so for instance, this month, the yield collected by the NFT treasury was $2,900. So we paid, I think, $1,520 to the holders and $38 or $1,380 went into assets. So again,
interesting.
The treasury itself is growing itself. So hopefully next month, the yield will be slightly higher. Again, we pay the holders, and actually the first holders that chose to take their distributions in IRA instead of ETH, because we gave them the opportunity. So the holders that took it in IRA, they already ROI because the price of their IRA has gone up so much faster than the price of ETH that the people that took their distributions in IRA have already ROI with IRA.
Wow.
Yep. That was pretty cool. Yeah.
Wow. Absolutely amazing.
Nope, that's what we're doing. You know, we're trying to build a self-directed retirement account, right? So you DCA yourself, you control yourself, and just like the person that sold today, they decided that they had made enough money with the protocol, so they sold out, right?
And there's nothing wrong
Good
with
for
that.
them. Yeah, great for them. They got 25% on their money in 4 months. Where else are you getting 25% on your money in 4 months? And they take, you know,
something that again, something that's still very important that sticks out is they sold. Still that fee to come back into the protocol where everything gets gobbled right back up. That's outstanding.
Yeah.
Well, they pay, and that's why we say we don't care when people buy or when we don't care that people sell, right? Because they bought into the protocol. So when that person was DCA'd, I kind of went and counted, they bought 18 times. Their wallet bought 18 separate times. And every time they bought, they paid 4%, right? Then when they sold, they pushed the button and sold. We got 4%, and because they sold all at one time instead of DCAing out, if they would have taken the same opportunity over the next 3 months and DCA 18 times out, they would have gotten more money, and we still would have got 4%. Right?
That 18 times That
Yeah.
4% went to the holders 18 separate times.
Yep.
Hey, I got a
So-
question for one of my viewers, Mr. Big.
Sure.
Could you please highlight that?
This one.
Yeah, the NFT question.
Yep. So the answer to that is the NFTs are separate than the token. All right. So the IRA that you're buying is completely separate. So the IRA is its token, Velocity is its own token. The NFTs, they're their own entity. They're all separate within the Defi-IRA protocol umbrella. Does that answer the question?
Yes, that is really cool. That is really cool.
So yeah, so the NFT holders are kind of like a subset of the protocol.
Yeah, Mr. Big, we're going to get deeper into that into a couple of the videos, so stay tuned. And guys, if you're tuning in on my channel, make sure you hit notifications because we're going to get into this protocol a whole lot deeper. I'm telling you, this protocol is so simple, it's hard. You just simply buy and hold. And once you understand how it works, it's like, oh, okay, making money, not even trying.
Yeah. We wanted to make something that, you could not need to sell your tokens in order to take profits. So that's why we decided to give ETH as the reward token back instead of the actual token itself. And then, and like we were saying earlier, the best part is that we don't sell shame. We expect people to sell. And it doesn't matter to us because the price drops. That means we can buy more tokens. But the treasury is always buying. The treasury literally is the linchpin to everything.
Right.
I mean, it's just amazing. Not only we're getting outside revenue in from other projects, other protocols, we're also collecting the lion's share of the rewards and buying more tokens with that. And it's just a self-feeding loop. The flywheel.
Huh?
Yeah. The other thing, Arbor, is something that you might not know is when the tokens go into the nest egg, the IRA tokens, they're never coming out. So once the nest egg gets 50 million, that's 50 million tokens that I'm going to put it in quotation mark are off the market, right?
Yeah.
Because they're still going to count as circulation because now the treasury gets 25% of all the rewards goes to the treasury. And what does the treasury do? It uses that for more yield. It uses that to perpetuate the protocol. Right now we're in a buying mode. We're buying every single day. Once it gets to that level, it might take 3 years, it might take 5 years. We don't know. But once it hits phase 2, and we'll probably, it's probably going to take that long because, people have realized they don't have to sell their asset, right? So they don't have to sell their asset. And if they don't ever sell their asset, then more and more will come off until the price gets so high that greed will kick in. And then people will start selling and we'll have big red candles again, right? But again, we try to stress to the community, it's not a typical protocol. Red candles shouldn't mean fear. It should mean we just collected revenue. We just collected distributions.
And the way it's designed, if you're in or I don't know, some other Joe Blow coin, that requires hype and new investors to come in to get the price up. You see those big red candles and then you freak out and like, oh, the project's dead. Everyone's getting out. Well, that is the exact opposite with IRA because, everyone could sell. We could have everybody sell and the price is just going to slowly tick back up because that nest egg treasury is always buying.
Hey,
Peter, got money.
I can tell you this, just like the comments said, red is revenue in this. Revenue all the way.
Red is revenue. I like it. Was that KR? Red is revenue. I like it. So, Peter, this might blow your mind. So you've seen our chart, right?
Yeah.
We have been active for almost 11 months. Oh my gosh, you're so silly. So we've been active for 11 months. Off the top of your head, how many active wallets do you believe we have a month to create the chart that you saw?
Let's go with 100.
We have roughly 30 active
great.
wallets. The DCA over a month. Some months are slightly higher, some months are slightly less, but on average, we have between 30 and 50 DCAs per month. Different wallets, the DCA per month.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
So we have wallets. I think we're over 400 wallets. But if you actually take active DCAers, and an active DCA is $5, right? That's just a wallet that purchases every single month. In my mind, that's an active wallet. We only have about 30 to 50 active wallets in the protocol. So can you imagine if we get 300 or 500 active wallets that are DCA? And we're not asking people to DCA $100. You know, $25.
$5.
Oh, in the course of $5. $25 over the course of a month, right? That, you know, how far will you be in 5 years if you just save $25 a week or $25 a month? You know.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, and this is a fact, and everybody watching this, again, I'm a big person on keep it simple. Something like this, where red equals revenue, and on this to where if you hold, you can simply make fees when people are doing either buying or selling. It's too easy. And once more eyes get on this and the amount of fees that would come in, and if it's only 30 active wallets right now, and again, when people would say, okay, well, there's only 30 active wallets, they're going to dump the chart, whatever. No, I'm telling you, once you learn the fee structure in this protocol, it's as my kids would say, it's a Captain Obvious moment. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah. It's not, anything crazy to wrap your head around and understand. There was a lot of protocols that we took inspiration from and went back to the drawing board and say, hey, how can we make this better? How can we make it simple? And this is what we came up with, and it's so far so good. It's self-sustaining, and that's what we wanted.
Yeah, I think the big thing, the big thing that we saw coming in that we needed to do is we have to create movement on the tokens, right? Because we can see that people will start hoarding, right? And we have to get to a point where we're creating things. So that's where velocity comes in, right? Velocity is going to come in, and that's going to create movement on the token, whether the holders want to or not. So that's only going to benefit the long-term holders, right? And so one thing that we're going to encourage people to do with the velocity rewards, because velocity pays rewards in IRA, right? So the velocity, when it's paying their holders in IRA, it's buying that IRA off the chart right then and there, right?
Yeah.
So it buys IRA off the chart. It gives it to the holders. Now the holders, they don't have to feel like they have to hoard those tokens, right? They can then sell those and buy more ETH and buy velocity if they want, or they can sell them for ETH and use them for whatever, because those rewards were specifically bought off the chart to send to you. Yeah. So if you sell them, that's only helping the protocol, because now the protocol bought them. That's 4%, right? The protocol moved them to you. That's another 4%. And then you're selling them. That's another 4%. So for every dollar in rewards that the protocol pays you, what's that?
It's such a rough life.
Yeah, right? So for every dollar that the protocol in rewards that the protocol is paying out, the protocol itself is keeping 12% if you're selling. If you keep them, well, the protocol still already benefits.
So I'm looking at base scan. I just pulled it up in Deck Screener. Cool. It says you guys have, this is impressive. It says you have 431 total token holders.
Nice.
It says your total supply is 219,867,170. That sound about right?
Yeah. So we burned a little more than 3 million.
Wow.
In 1 year. In 1 year.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
This is impressive, guys. Very impressive.
we're still in infancy stage, so there's still a lot of room to grow and gather more holders. Just got to spread the word.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then we all-
it's pretty neat seeing seeing everything, seeing the ETH just randomly pop up. And what's really neat is is as I DCA more, my reward shed a 0. So that's even better as well. So it's exciting to say the least.
Yeah, and we're doing things too, like we're playing poker tonight, which actually we're a little bit late for that. But anyway, we're playing poker tonight, and again, we're buying it with IRA. So we send our IRA to the wallet to buy into our poker tournament. Whoever wins, we send them all the IRA. And so the protocol is taking 4% when we buy in, and the protocol is taking 4% when we send out. So when we're having fun, there's usually 5 to 10 of us that play every week. So the protocol is getting 8% of our buy-ins every single week, right? And the winner doesn't care because they just won, 5 to 10 times their money, so they don't care that 8% of it got out. And actually we're in talks with Smart Chain Poker. I know that I keep saying it, this is like the 4th time, but we will be putting IRA onto their platform. So we would just have to log into Smart Chain Poker and start playing. We wouldn't even have to use another platform. You would just send some of your tokens to Smart Chain and play right there on the platform.
That is amazing. Like, wow.
All right. Well, we got to do a duck race. So, AG, you can't see the people, right?
Nope, I can't. I'm going to bounce out of here, and I'll finish
All right,
watching the rest of this. That way, you have more screen real estate for your duckies.
Yeah.
Hey, make sure that I'm in the race. I bought.
Did you talk
I bought
today?
Did I talk? I thought you had a DCA.
Oh no, that one's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. The DCA one is tomorrow.
Oh, okay, because
I got to go through and make sure they're not bots and stuff. So that's gonna take me a while.
I DCA today, like 30 minutes before you put out that message. And I'm like, I'm going to be included.
Yeah. No, we're gonna go back all the way to we'll go an hour or two before the person sold off.
Hey, the minimum IRA needed to earn rewards is 10,000, right?
No,
correct.
It's 5.
No, 5,000 for IRA.
5,000. Okay.
Yep.
One of my people are asking. That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Yep, 5,000.
So, hey,
5,000 is probably what, $10, maybe?
No, no, it's more than that. Wait,
$12? Can't be much.
3,200 is $25. So
Right now?
Yeah, right now. So like $50.
Even with that big red candle?
Yeah, I just did the math for the poker tournament. Yeah, so about $50. You need about $50 of IRA right now to get rewards. But again, just remember, if you have 5,000, you might see ETH distribution every week, right? Because you're getting very, very small amounts of every single transaction, so they have to add up until the contract said, okay, that's enough to justify the gas to send it to you.
Yep. So, all right, guys.
$50 will get you just over 6,000 IRA.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna watch the rest of the show on Twitter.
All right. Hey, I'll send you the link for poker.
Okay. Arborist, are you gonna play poker tonight?
I don't know. I may have to sign off in a minute. Kiddos may need help with homework.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, it's been good talking to you.
Yeah, man. Look forward to doing it again.
Yeah. Talk to you guys later.
It was definitely fun being the impromptu host of the show.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I was trying to get back in, I promise.
It was must see TV. You have to go back and watch the replay.
I actually got
oh no, what happened? I better jump on here.
Adam texted me, he's all like, hey, this guy's doing great. Are you coming back?
If I had some host controls, man, I would have taken off and ran with it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I have host controls, to be honest with you. AG does all of that shit. I'm lucky I can get us online.
Hey, do the poker link, please. Some of my people want to know.
Okay. You want me to drop it into your? I will drop
put it in
into your main
AG's
chat.
black box is still there. That's interesting.
That is weird.
There we go.
All right. So the problem is I don't have any of the any of the messages before the show started.
You made me nervous again. You just froze in place.
Oh shit! Am I here? Can you see me?
Oh, you're there now.
It's this big for all those people who are wondering. So normally we do a duck race for people that talk to us. So do you have people from your Twitter and stuff have, or was it just this? Do we have the same chat box?
I really don't know.
Because it sounded like you were getting questions that I wasn't seeing. So that I would be interested to see that. So, I don't know. I'm gonna start putting people in the duck race. So I might freeze because I'm going back and forth, but we can just chit chat. Do you have any questions that maybe somebody that you've seen or something that you don't know?
Let me go over and check my Telegram. Hang on one second. Let's see.
I was getting that.
No, we're good. Everybody was pretty much asking the minimum and what the dividends were paid out in. That was pretty much it so far. Okay, there's the link.
Oh, I got banned for putting a link in.
Did you really?
It says ban pro. I'm not gonna do anything. It just looks like it's still there. I dropped the
it's there.
The poker link in your main chat. So see if it's in there.
All right, it's going on YouTube now. There we go. All right, guys, if you're watching on X or YouTube, there you go. That's for their poker room.
And so what you do, how the poker works is we play on Poker Now. That's the link. And then you just send money to the wallet. So you can pay in base ETH, you can pay in base USDC, or IRA. IRA is a little cheaper because we have conversion rates and stuff with the other stuff. I really hope.
There, your message is back.
Okay, it's there. We have a different RPR too. All right, guys, I'm just going through the list of the people that talked with us today. I don't have anybody that might have said stuff before the show started, because when I log back in, all of that's gone.
Okay, there we go.
So you know what? I saw collective. Number 3. All right, Peter, I'm going to read these off to you, and then if you have any people on yours that aren't on my end, just let me know, and I'll put them in the race too. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Also, Also, if you're in chat, if you do not hear your name, say something because I was missing messages. All right, I have Mr. Big, Crypto KR, Crypto Flyer, Crypto Mikey, 13 Anti-Hero, Adam, which is Haga 420, AG, Arborist, Dennis, CC Man, R2R, which that would be Wrecked to Riches. I like it. Aaron, and I have Collective. So, is there any other questions, any other people that you're seeing maybe through Twitter or your YouTube?
No, you covered everybody.
So if you're in chat and I didn't say your name, you are not in the duck race right now. This is for 1,000 IRA. So I'm going to give you a minute for you to raise your hand. Oh, nice. Mr. Big plays on poker now a lot. So that means you already signed up. Awesome. So the link, Mr. Big, was in Arborist's TG group, but I don't know if he cross-posted it. And then all I need you to do is when you send your $25/$30 into the crypto wallet, I need that the transaction map, and then I can authorize you into the room. You can send it to me personally. You can put it in Arborist's TG, and I'll see it as well. And KR said he's already earned 0.18 ETH in reward. So we do have a dividend tracker on our website. From what I heard, if you have a small wallet, it won't track though. So I don't know what the cutoff is on that wallet.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So you just put your wallet in, and it'll tell you how much that wallet has been sent. But, all right. Nobody raised their hand. Is Mr. Big in your TG, Arborist?
Yes, he is.
Okay. So the in your TG, the main, I put it in the main chat. I put the
I put it over in the Defi-IRA topic as well.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So the link to the poker now is in there, and then just scroll down, you'll see the wallet is in there too. It ends in 4751, Mr. Big.
I just tagged him.
Oh, nice. AG says he believes that the dividend tracker on our website is showing smaller wallets. So
where is it on the website?
You should just have to scroll down a little bit, and it says dividend tracker. There's also a calculator where you calculate price based off of how many tokens are in the LP and things like that.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
Yeah. So you just paste your wallet into that dividend tracker and hit go. It should tell you the ETH that that wallet has.
There it is right there. Okay.
Peter, how long
Yes,
do you
sir.
want our duck race to be?
What do you get to select? Length of time or length or what?
Yeah, length of time.
Do 25 seconds.
25 seconds. Well, we do have a. Let me see if I can find our little spin to win. All right. Let me see. How did I do?
Oh man, look at my duck. That's cool.
Here we go.
Kill that comment, good sir, please.
What's that? Yeah. Hold on. Why it won't let me erase that? Hold on. There we go.
Good sir.
All right. So full screen. Can we see it? All right.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Here we go. I'll let you
One's
comment.
got a floaty.
You know. There you go. And that R2R, that's Wrecked to Riches, the person who made the comment, not us. Oh, Oh, we got a naked duck taking the lead. We got a Batman. We got a Spider-Man.
Oh man, mine is lagging way behind.
That's actually a good thing, typically.
Really?
Yep.
I've got a mullet.
All right, for the win. There's your standings. Anti-hero. Sydney, DM me and tell me what address you want, and I will send you 1,000 IRA. So that's a duck race. I know we used to do a spin to win, so we just had a random wheel and we put names on and it spun around. Then we found the ducks, so it's a little more entertaining. So I'm actually working on getting marble races. Have you ever seen those?
No, there is actually a marble race that I'm about to demo on my channel that a DAO that I'm in just designed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, huh? See, comes around. So, all right. So, poker time. Let me see the balance there. Right now we have. So we have 5 people entered. I have Mr. Big. You made it onto the thing. Anti-hero, Forever Lost, Crypto Mikey, and me. AG, you're not registered. Get registered. Adam said he got dark with you, Doug. I like it. That was a good cartoon back in the day. All right. Maybe you got. All right, we got eight. All right, so if you are listening to the show, and we'll be starting poker in like 3 minutes, right? You got any last famous words?
Hey man, I appreciate the invite. Look forward to doing it again. My community definitely wants to learn more about velocity, and again, guys, this is so simple. It's hard. You buy and hold and collect these rewards. 4% buy, 4% sell, and 4% transfer, and it goes to a pool of holders. So it pays to hold.
Yep, that's the big thing. Is we've been trying to teach people to DCA. You know, it's great. You buy a bag. You know, whatever it is, right? Buy a small bag. Make sure it's more than $50, right? That's we found out $50 gets you 6,000. So that means you'll start getting your dividends, right? And then you just make a plan. Think of it as your personal 401k, you know, a Roth IRA or retirement account if you're not in the U.S. And you just DCA. If you DCA once a week, whether it's $5, $10, $20, whatever your limit is, you know, another thing that people are doing is using other yield things like PACA, for instance, right? So if you throw, like, say, $1,000 in PACA, you're getting like $3, $3.50 a day, right? And so that's what people do. They, instead of maybe throwing $1,000 in the IRA right off the bat, they throw it into PACA, and then every week they claim and they buy their IRA that way, right? And so they're finding ways to use other protocols to DCA in, you know?
Well, you know, you and I have talked round and round about many things, and there are other things that we know that are high risk. Some have a nest, some are PACA, all those other type of things. And yeah, I will be moving, not all of it, but a lot of it into Defi-IRA. Some of it, I'm going to keep risking it for the biscuit because I want more IRA.
But this is one thing that we haven't really talked to other people about, and this will be the last kind of issue, is if you kind of treat IRA, I don't want to say like a bank because that was using the other protocol we were in, but it's kind of like a home base, right? So let's say you're building up your BAT, you're building up your DCA, your IRA or whatever, and the IRA is going up into the right because that's the way it's designed, right? And then you find a high risk thing like BitNest, right? You know, and you know that, well, you don't know. BitNest could last forever for all that we know. We don't know that, okay? But if you find high risk plays that you're wanting to throw some money in, you know, sell some of your IRA, right? You sell $200 of IRA, you throw it in there, And if it starts producing money, now you're buying back into IRA, right? So you're not hurting the protocol because you pay taxes to get that money, right? It goes up, you're paying taxes to take it out, and then you're creating money with that money from IRA to put back into IRA, which you're going to pay taxes, right? So we shouldn't be scared to take money in and out of the protocol, because every time you put it in, you pay fees. Every time you take it out, you pay fees. Every time money goes in and out of the protocol wins, okay? Because the protocol is growing itself, right?
Right.
Here's another fact for you, Peter, right? Since we started, the protocol itself has created 20% of the liquidity that's in our liquidity pool.
Hey, that goes just like my X handle, man. That's straight up thickquidity.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And that's the contract. That is liquidity that we, even us, the team, anybody can, because when the contract creates liquidity, it creates it and then it burns it. So it's gone. Those tokens are gone. So that 20% that's locked in that LP can never be removed. So from now until eternity, or now until that DEX dissolves, that liquidity is locked in there. Cannot be removed. So,
it's freaking amazing.
Fun fact.
Amazing.
So Peter, again, thank you for coming on, and thanks for running the show whenever I got knocked off. It was good.
Let me just tell you, man, I'm going to make a highlight reel out of that, and it is going to be fun. There will be some memes. There will be a screenshot of when you froze in place. So, yeah, it's I'm glad this turned out this way. Let's bring that man a beer.
Yeah. And I'll get with you tomorrow, and we'll discuss when you and I can get the AMA, and then we can also do one in TG if you want.
Yeah, man. It's absolutely, man. Mugs and hats with arborist tag. I don't know what that means, but I like it. Yeah.
We have a shop where you can buy hats and t-shirts and mugs and anything that you can create. And so, like, what she's saying is you can put your little arborist tag in there and create hats and mugs and all that stuff.
Let's do it.
And we get, and I think we get like 15% or something of whatever the revenue is.
Hey, if you guys want to buy a crypto arborist hat, I'll make it and put it out there, and on the side it'll say "Keep it thick."
That's keep it thick. There you go. And on that, we're out. Keep it thick. Red is revenue. I like it. Man, somebody write them all down.